Hello, this is Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall, and today we're going to be looking at a recent find from Goodwill for $3. This is the Dell Inspiron 2500 from sometime in the early 2000s, probably about 2001 I want to say. And there are a couple of videos of these laptops online, one of them by B Bishop PCM and one by my good friend Elmo3. B Bishop PCM's version of this is in immaculate condition, like it was hardly ever used, whereas the one that Elmo3 had looked like it had been through a dumpster 10 times over. Condition of this one is kind of in the middle. It's definitely a lot better shape than Elmo3's, but still not as good as B Bishop PCM's. So yeah, specs of it, it's got a Pentium 3, clock speed I'm not sure of, 128 megabytes of RAM, a 1024 by 768 display, and onboard Intel graphics along with dual C-base slots here. Got a floppy drive and a battery. This battery does work, but it's not the original. It's a spare battery I had for my Latitude C600 that I'm using in here temporarily. And on this side we've got a optical drive. So this is a tri-spindle design. The only thing this computer needed to bring it to life, well, when I first got it, it was posting anyway, which was definitely good, but all it needed was a hard drive, so I stuck a 40 gig hard drive in here. And it needed to have the touchpad ribbon cable reconnected under the keyboard. When I installed Windows on here, I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get the touchpad to work, or even a PS2 mouse. Neither of them worked, but I took the keyboard off and found that the connector for the touchpad was somehow disconnected, so I connected it back up and it works just fine now. So let's go ahead and take a tour of it. On the front are the aforementioned floppy drive and battery. Has a very nice fancy design right here. A little bit of wear on the touchpad, but otherwise good shape. Keyboard though looks immaculate. Looks like it was hardly ever used. You can tell by the spacebar key there's no shininess on it. You get one speaker right here, and I believe that's all you get. You get a power button here. That's always a good thing for a computer to have. You get some media buttons here, volume up and down, a play pause button combo, stop button, and rewind and fast forward. And the play button also doubles as the Dell Access Direct button, which they put on these laptops back in the early 2000s. Now you can tell this was used from kind of a Dell Latitude shell, or from the shell of a greater laptop. Because right here where you see this little Inspiron emblem would be extra mouse buttons, because there would normally be a track point style mouse right here on the keyboard, but this laptop does not feature it. It's kind of like how you have a car that that's mid-range but has like knockout plugs for the moonroof controls for a moonroof that doesn't exist. So go to the right side of the laptop. We get a telephone modem, an Ethernet jack, but the funny thing about this is there's no Ethernet card in here, so this Ethernet jack is here just to do nothing. So that's kind of a trick there. Got the hard drive right here, two PCMCIA slots, and under that are three audio connectors, microphone, headphone line in. Believe that's fan thing there. It's getting late. My brain's going to mush at the moment. On the back we get two fans, power connector, a PS2 mouse and keyboard connector, VGA output, a knockout plug for what would be, I guess, a docking station connector on a more expensive model laptop, parallel printer port, serial port, and two USB 1.1 ports. And on the left we've got a DVD-ROM drive. This does not burn anything. Knockout plug for something there, another knockout plug, along with a Kensington lock. There is a speaker right there, so I don't know what that is, unless it's a weird design, I gotta say. But yeah, for what this is actually in very, very, very good condition. And I'm very glad that it actually works. So let's go ahead and power it on. Battery's got a small charge on it, I guess. Alright, we'll go into the BIOS. CMOS battery still works just fine. There's a 40 gig Western Digital drive. It's got Intel video on here, so nothing special there. 128 megs of RAM. Yeah, nothing exciting here in the BIOS, so we'll just head back out of there. And I got Windows 98 on here for the time being, which runs perfectly well on here. This was, I believe, designed for 2000 and ME, but 98 works just fine anyway. And here we are at the Windows 98 desktop. I haven't really installed anything at all on here except for the drivers and Dell applications. As a matter of fact, do these media buttons work? Well, there's no on-screen display for the volume, at least, but let's see if it... No, that does not work. Guess I must be missing a program to do that with. But yeah, this standard issue Windows 98 install, just the bare bones at the moment. Go into System Properties. Go into Device Manager. Got an Intel 82815 video card. The standard issue Lucent Win modem from back in the day, pretty much all the computers had it. Dial-up adapter. And Intel AC97 audio. Highly doubt this will do DOS gaming, unfortunately, with sound. And of course all the chipset goodies there. Alright, I guess I'll see if I can find something to run on here. Okay, got a flash drive right here. I'm going to run CPU-Z on here to see exactly what the clock speed of this CPU is. I know for a fact that it's a Pentium 3 and not a Celeron, which is nice. Nothing against Celerons, but bigger's always better. Oh, it actually is a Celeron. I've been lied to. Okay, whoever told me this was a Pentium 3, you've got some splaining to do. So this actually is a Celeron Coppermine. Probably can't read this because of the bad fonts here. 900 megahertz Celeron. So still not a bad CPU. And Inspiron 2500. BIOS date is from December 3rd of 2001. Would have been in 6th grade at the time. 128 megs of RAM on yeah, graphics Intel. So yeah, this was a budget-in machine indeed. But to be honest, if I had had the opportunity to own a laptop like this in 2001 at the age of, I guess, 12, I would have been in heaven. And I'm going to unplug this unsafely because I'm a rebel. Alright, I guess we can try a quick game on here. And go see if I can find one. Alright, just for a change of pace, why don't we give the PC port of Daytona USA a try. Optical drive works just fine. I believe B. Bishop PCM called this the Black Friday special computer. We'll do minimum just because I'm in a hurry. We've got DirectX 6 on here, so we don't need that. Alright. A little bit slippery on the mouse there. This was designed in the Pentium MMX era, the game that is, so this Black Friday special should have no trouble playing this. Nothing wrong, just need to turn the volume up. Uh-oh. Battery is dying, folks. But I got the power cord right here. Alright, can we do this in time? Can we make it? Ah, there we go. Crisis averted. How low did we go? Ooh, 3%. Well, we should be okay now. The thing I don't like about this version of Daytona USA is it doesn't have the same music from the arcade and the Sega Saturn, which is what I really loved about the game the most. But hey, better than nothing. Ooh. Yeah, these speakers don't really get that loud. But again, it's El Cheapo. And I'm probably not going to do too well with this because I'm using this with a keyboard.
Gentlemen, start your
Okay. Alright, speakers are sounding a little bit better now.
3, 2, 1. Now they're underway.
Okay, apparently I don't know where the accelerator is. What is it? Okay, X is the gas. So we're probably not going to win this race. I'm having to play this from a weird angle as well. Oh yeah, yeah. This is quality gaming at its finest. I don't know what you're saying, but I want you to shut up. Yeah, I do miss the music from the Saturn and the arcade version. But I currently don't own a Saturn anymore, and I certainly don't have the room or money for the Daytona USA arcade machine. Oh, that's not very nice of you, hitting me in the back like that. I think it's the CD audio that's a little bit on the quiet side. By the way, my wrist is really getting sore right now. It's either play like this or get in the way of the camera. Position 19 out of 40. I'm surprised we're doing that well. I'm used to playing this with a joystick or a gamepad. Yeah.
17.
Not one of my better races. I mean, I'm not spectacular at this game at all. In fact, that's an overstatement, but I have done better. So let's head out of here and do our traditional canyon test before the battery on my camera dies. Okay, do an Alt F4. Alright, let's get that canyon test going. Okay, I have a feeling this is going to be the standard Microsoft wavetable that you would find on a modern PC. But we'll still give it a try. Yep, I was right. It's a weedy modern sound card in this computer, unfortunately. And there you have it. Now, unfortunately, I am not going to be keeping this laptop. I've already made a deal with Elmo3 to sell this off to him because he's wanting to have a better example of one of these than what he had before. And I believe he has some good plans for it, and he'll get a lot more use out of it than I would. For something like this, I would greatly prefer to just keep using my Dell Latitude C600, which has a better sound card for DOS in it, and is just better for me overall. But if you come across one of these Dell Inspiron 2500s and they actually work and are in decent shape like this, they do make good Windows 98 laptops. You just won't be able to do much with DOS on them, but you can play all your Win9X games on them, and just like any other Dell from this time, you can still get new batteries for them, which makes them all that more appealing to me, at least. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and shut her down. And until next time, this is Billy Core reminding you we've got videos on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays now. And if you want to support me on Patreon, there's a link down in the description for that. But until next time, this is Billy Core, signing off.